already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence, this time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my cool if you stay composed. And when your boy gets home, I don't wanna hear no chat about. If you ain't got proof, then leave it alone. I'm on the road trying to keep us afloat. While you want space and a reason to grow. If things are best left kept on the low, then I think you should leave that after the tone. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything. Anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave you everything. See, I would've done anything for you. Now you won't pick up when I call you. It was like not texting to a yawning. Nowadays I'm having thinking.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And we are underway on Sunday Night Primetime. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. He can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you got the biggest game of your life to win.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easy. And get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
And some room to run now. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 7.
To throw is Prescott. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who have been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, and then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win.
His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Cowboys, first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of it.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Jaden Blue punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
This now a 3rd and 4. To throw, here's Nix. Oh, that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. Devontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And taken right on the 30. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
That second down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
That went out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's second and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And that's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun is Nix. Open man is playing. He's got it. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Nix looking to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
Throwing Nix. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Donovan Ezeraku. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Nix from the shotgun. Under pressure, and they get to him again. That's on multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Prescott now. Will swing this out to Blue. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line.
Now Prescott faking it on the end around and looking to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Prescott. Here's one deep for Pickens. It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards.
for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
15 more yards. That's another.
A lot still to go here in Super Bowl 61. We have reached the end of one quarter of play. We'll be back in just a moment. 7-3 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back, Super Bowl 61. Thanks for joining us, everybody, nationwide and around the globe as both teams get set to begin the second quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Aubrey now for the point after. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 26-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. Oh, it pulls over it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
11 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
They'll go play action with Nix. Going out wide, finds Chubb. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Nix. Throwing the out route and short completion, just 4 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
36-yard line.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Nix to the air. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Donovan Ezeraku. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Nix. Over the middle, complete. It's Bryant. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. To throw is Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 bowl game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Cowboys first down.
Throwing, Prescott. And he is going to be taken down. They got him, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Nix. Over the middle, gives it to Bryant. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down.
Nix to throw again. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Savon Revel.
Nix's pass. Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
8-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Bryant has it. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. To throw, here's Nix. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Back to the air with Nix. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
And the Broncos 1st down.
The final shot before break. Nix. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So halftime now here on Sunday Night Primetime. Let's get it to Scott Hanson in Orlando with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hanson here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thank you. The rain, if anything, maybe intensified while you were covering the halftime report. We'll see how these two coaching staffs want to approach this second half to come. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Prescott from the gun on third. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing Nix. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Nix from the shotgun. Got a man open, it's Sutton. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Cowboys. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And his throw is incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Finding room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Broncos' 45-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Prescott now. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll go play action with Nix. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 40-yard line.
Here's Nix. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Nix to the air. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this at the 17. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On 1st down, it's Blue. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll try to run again with Blue. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Set back at the 38.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. They trail 20-13 our scores. They have it 1st and 10. looking to put a drive together. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
He was tackled on the 27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Now that'll do it for the 3rd quarter of Super Bowl 61. The culmination of the season and the crowning of a champion after the 4th quarter, which is coming up next. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcoming you back to Super Bowl 61. 3 quarters in the books and ready to go for the 4th.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. Now it's Nix. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and abundant. To throw is Nix. And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Prescott. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
2nd down and 6 now. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have a Broncos 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
A give. This is Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Looking to throw. Nix. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Osa Odighizuwa in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. The drive starts with a run by Blue. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go again with Blue. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half-yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Goes in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. They go with Blue between the tackles. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
To throw is Prescott. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Throwing. Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And shedding through the tackle. Down to about the 45. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Prescott to throw. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and that should be that.
It's a gain of 11. And the Cowboys 1st down.
And they'll indeed take a knee. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began, was doing this, practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Commissioner Goodell doing the honors as he... The Dallas Cowboys, champions of Super Bowl 61. So that wraps things up for another incredible season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for my partner, Charles Davis, for Mike and Greg, Kate and Brock, and our entire crew of hundreds, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Good night from Southern California.
Were you trying to get crazy with this thing? Don't you know I'm loco?